Give everybody a chance to tap in with the kid before we start building on the subject matter for the day. Hopefully, y'all have about 35, 45 minutes to chop it up with the kid, man. We kind of short on time today, man, but it is what it is. We're going to get the message across. But what's the word, man? Y'all let me know how y'all feeling and living on this wonderful Wednesday. Hopefully, y'all been having a positive, efficient, productive day. We're going to keep it going, man, with the information, inspiration, motivation, and all that good stuff, man. But what's the word? How everybody living and feeling on this wonderful Wednesday, man? How y'all living? Talk to me before I start talking to y'all. Y'all see the subject matter for the day. We talking about why it's important for black kids to see positive black role models, man. I mean, it sounds like common sense, but we got to break down why it's really important and how we need to do a better job of leading by example. Because again, they watching us. Miss Naya, peace, what's happening? What's the word? We don't give kids enough credit, man. We don't give the youth enough credit. Like the youth definitely pays attention to the older generation. They pay attention. They pay attention to what we doing. They pay attention to what we say. They pay attention to how we move. They definitely pay attention to if it's lining up or not in regards to what we say and how we move. If our words are not in alignment with our actions, they pay attention to that. They're able to spot the hypocrite. They're able to spot the contradictory individual. They're able to spot that because they paying attention. They want to be led by an adult. They want to be led by an elder, so they paying attention contrary to what we think out here, contrary to popular belief. The youth pays attention. Kids pay attention to the adults. Flat out 100%. That's just what it is. Javon, peace, what's happening? That's just how the game go. Miss Knight, 100%. 100% they watch how we move, Definitely. And they mimicking our ways and actions. So again, when we look at society as a whole, collectively, and we say, okay, it's chaotic out here, and we try to blame the youth, it's like, nah, the youth is a reflection of the upbringing. The current state of the youth is a reflection of them mimicking the ones that came before them or being led in the wrong direction by the adults, by the ones that came before them. So again, man, the adults, we don't do a good job of holding ourselves accountable for the condition of the people that's underneath us. Somebody had to guide them, you know what I'm saying, or misguide them. Somebody had to do it. Somebody had to do it. Somebody had to come before them and pave the way for them to be chaotic, destructive, things like that. So again, we got to hold ourselves responsible, semi-responsible for the condition of the youth, man. We must do that. Because again, like I said, they paying attention, man. They want to be led by the OGs, man. They got a lot of, some of them have a lot of respect for the OGs out here, They pay attention to what we say. We just got to not give up on some of them, man. Jeff, peace, what's happening? What's the word? What's the word? I know it's been a minute since I was streaming, man. I've been doing a lot of uploads, trying to catch up on some reading and things like that, man. Y'all know how I go. Y'all know how I go, man. I want to post that book that I posted on the community board. Here we go. Chains and Images of Psychological Slavery. Naeem Akbar. I got a few of his books, man. Very solid brother, man. Very solid author and whatnot. I recommend getting all his books and breaking them joints down. They pretty simple reads. A lot of people don't like when we bring up slavery. Crazy. A lot of black people don't like when you bring up slavery. Because a lot of people think, we got to stop blaming slavery, this, that, and the third. Ain't nobody blaming slavery for anything, man. But again, if you think that we have healed from the effects of slavery, you are sadly mistaken. You are sadly mistaken. If you think psychologically we have healed from what happened to us back then, you are sadly mistaken, because we are nowhere near close to being healed from what our ancestors went through back during the slavery times. If you ask me, we still enslaved. We still enslaved. For real, man. We just enslaved by different means. But we still enslaved, though. We still enslaved 100%. If you ask me, it's just another form. Again, it's transformed. But a lot of people don't want to have that conversation, man. But this book is definitely eye-opening and whatnot, man. Cameron, peace, what's happening? Hey, let's get it. You know, more to come, man. Let's get it. You know, I got a few powerful books right here, though. Hey, Urugu, that's another good book right here. This is a thick joint, man. It's like over 600 pages, man. But this is another good joint right here. Bringing up some of the powerful books I have right here next to me, man. Shout out to the people that's out here reading, man. Hey, the moment you stop learning, that's when you die. That's what they say. So we always striving to feed the mind, feed the brain. You know, that's the way to prevent yourself from falling victim to dementia and Alzheimer's and things like that, man. You got to feed the mind, challenge the brain, exercise the muscle. You don't use it, you lose it. Y'all know how it goes. So you should always be constantly feeding the mind. No way you should be talking about your bored. I mean, there's too much information out here to go get. You know, so keep you some books on deck, man. Just keep you some learning material on deck. No reason to be talking about you bored, man, with all this information that's out here, man. It's a lot of information. A lot of information to go get. But yeah, man, back to the kids, man. We got to do a much better job. Much better job, man. Again, we like to point fingers and blame. Play the blame game. So we like to blame these kids, point the fingers at them and tell them what they not doing and what they need to do. But whole while we not doing, we not being the example that we want to see in these children, man, collectively. You know, the adults are doing no better than these kids that they keep criticizing. I see it day in and day out, man. Day in and day out. Matter of fact, I don't know if y'all saw it. Lindell, peace, what's happening? I don't know if y'all just saw it, but I just came across this information about the PB and Rock dude. Apparently, a 17-year-old was the one that pulled the trigger and killed him, but he was sent to go do the job by his pops. That's crazy. That's the world we living in. You know, I just tapped into that information, allegedly, and not even allegedly. This is pretty much gonna be confirmed. But the dude that killed P&B Rock, 17-year-old young bull out here, was sent to go do the job by his pops, by his father. Like, wow. So again, that lets you know. The youth out here, man, listening to the elders. That's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. 17-year-old was sent to go do the job by his father. By his father. Like, what type of guidance is that, man? What type of guidance is that? Like, that makes no sense. I'm about to go send my 17-year-old son to go rob this rapper dude, and if he don't give it up fast enough, go ahead, shoot and kill him. I'm gonna send my son to go do that. Now y'all both gonna get locked up looking stupid. Come on, man. Like, that's the world we live in. That's what these parents are on. That's what these adults are on. Misguiding the youth, man. And again, we wonder why the youth is in the condition that it's in. Because you sending your son to go rob a rapper, rob and kill a rapper. That's what you on. That's what you sent your son to do. And now you on the run and they didn't caught your son. Like, that's the world that we living in right now. Like, that's what we on. Like, nah, man, we can't be doing that, man. We sacrificing our kids, man. Like, really? You go do this hit while I go on the run. They gonna catch you, but they not gonna catch. Come on now. Akuma, what's happening? Lindell for sure, man. And that ignorant side is heavy out here, man. The ignorant side is real heavy, man. It's crazy. Crazy the amount of ignorance out here, man. Lack of knowledge, man. Lack of information. And then when people get the information and get the knowledge, they fail to put it into motion. You know? So you got a lot of brothers out here that got the knowledge, but they just as ignorant as the person that doesn't have the knowledge. You know, because they utilizing the knowledge as a tool to manipulate. And now you just as bad as the people that you criticizing. So we got all type of stuff going on. We got the people that's just flat out don't care to know. You know, we got that form of ignorance. Then we got the people out here that have the knowledge and information and they misusing it. They using it as a tool of deception and manipulation. Bloodsuckers of the poor is what we call that. So we got both realms that we dealing with. Like, it's crazy out here. You got people with the information, don't put it into motion for themselves. They use it to brainwash folk. They use it to get folks to follow them and things like that so they can lead them in that burning building. That's what we own, man. Like, that's the world that we living in. Oh, Kuma for sure. Yeah, I saw that too. You gotta be mindful of the words that you speak. I saw that too. Gotta be mindful. Again, when I'm talking to young bulls, I try to get that point across to them. Be mindful of the words that you speak. Clocks in, peace, what's happening? Just be mindful. Like I was tapped in as a youngin when I used to rap. And my first form of rapping was negative. It was toxic. I was mimicking, you know what I'm saying? I was mimicking the popular rap at the time. At the time where I came in, battle rapping was a thing. It was just becoming popular, so we was mimicking that. But we out here, with just negative and toxic bars, talking about how many people we killing, shooting, and this, that, and the third. We putting all that energy into the tracks. And I'm like, hold up, man, I had to grow out of that. I had to snap out of that real quick. I'm like, hold on, man, that ain't the type of energy that I want coming back to me. So once I started doing more of the knowledge and whatnot, my lyrics and content started to change. And that happened rather quickly because I didn't like the energy in that short period of time that was coming my way when I was putting out the toxic nonsense. Again, just being mindful of your message. Like you gotta be mindful of your message, man. I'm always trying to tell the youth that, man, be mindful of what you say to yourself and what you speak to others, man. Just be mindful. Be mindful of what you think. Be mindful of what you speak. Very important, man. Very important. Cameron, exactly. Practice what you teach. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm on. Practice what you teach. Because preachers be out here lying too much. So, hey, practice what you teach. Hell, teachers be lying. But you know what I'm saying? We gonna teach right and exact out here. We practice what we teach. For sure. Teach what we practice. I like to say it like that. Teach what we practice and whatnot. So I'm gonna practice it and I'm gonna teach you what I'm practicing. So you gonna see what I'm doing first before you hear me. That's how I like to do it. I don't like to tell you about anything first. I'm gonna lead by this example first. So you gonna see what I'm doing. Then you gonna ask me about what I'm doing. Now I'm gonna teach you. That's how I approach the game. Like, man, what are you doing? Why are you eating like that? Teachable moment. Now let me teach you. Not all y'all need to eat like X, Y, and Z whole while they never see me eating like that. No, I'll let y'all catch me eating the way that I eat, working out the way that I work out, and then you're going to be intrigued, and now you're going to ask me questions, and now I'm able to teach. So I teach what I practice. Clocks in for sure, man. Appreciate that, man. Hey, I'm striving, trying to reach OG status, man. Trying to be around for a very long time. That's another thing, too, man. We be so ready to die. Now I'm ready to live. I'm ready to live. Listen, I'm going to my hundreds, with this message and this energy. I ain't one of them ones talking about I'm ready to die. Peace to Malcolm X. But he started speaking that into the atmosphere, man. You know what I'm saying? He lived like somebody that's already dead. I'm never going to be speaking that. I ain't going to do that. Malcolm X is my guy, was my guy. Study Malcolm X every day. But he shouldn't have been talking like that. We don't talk like that. We don't do that. We don't speak that kind of energy into the atmosphere. I'm ready to live, so I'm speaking life on a day-to-day basis. Those of us that got a certain type of message, we got to be around. We got to stop letting them kill us. We got to stop letting them instill that fear in us. A lot of us, we sitting on this same type of energy that I'm dishing out, but we afraid to say something. We can't be moving like that. Montel, appreciate that, my brother. Appreciate the donation for sure. Jasmine, peace, what's happening? Goddess, peace, queen, what's the word? And what motivated, let me tap into what actually inspired this particular stream before I forget to include this. You know how I get the venting and whatnot. But what inspired this stream, I came across a study. Politics ain't my thing. I don't necessarily care about politics like that. In regards to the presidential campaigns and all of that. I don't care about presidents, they puppets, mascots, X, Y, and Z. But I came across an interesting study that was published in like January of 2009. And it's called the Obama effect. And they did this study on some Harlem high school students, I believe. The way the study went. So before Obama was selected as president, they gave these Harlem students a test. Now, I don't know all the ramifications behind the test, but they gave them a test before Obama was selected as president. The results, 80% of these black Harlem students failed this test before Obama was selected as president. Now, What happened? Boom, Obama was selected. They gave these same Harlem students the same exact test, and they didn't give them any additional tutoring, any additional anything to help them prepare for this test. They gave them the same exact test under the same exact circumstances, and 80% passed that joint. 80% passed it. Crazy. The only thing that changed was they saw a positive black male figure become president. That's it. That's the only thing that changed. That's the only thing that changed. They see a black man become president. So again, them seeing a black man be in a high position. Again, we all know politics and this, that, and the third. But again, all these kids saw was a black man be in a powerful position. And that gave them enough ammunition to do better on this test. Y'all can look this up. It's called the Obama effect. Majority of the kids failed it before Obama was selected as president. They retook the same exact test with no additional tutoring, studying, nothing, and 80% passed it. And the only thing that changed was Obama was the president. So 80% passed simply because they just saw a positive male role model in a high position. That's it. So I done had people argue with me about how they need to, if they not going to adjust the textbooks, how we need to take back our power by showing the kids more positive black images. Because I've told people, I said, all right, cool. When these kids see that they came up with these intricate theories, people like them, people that look like them, I guarantee you they going to do better in school. People was arguing with me saying that that's not necessarily true. I say, no, I'm telling you, if you instruct these little black children that, hey, this Pythagorean theorem, things like that, this is really a black person, an African person, an Egyptian, they came up with these theories. They came up with these philosophies. These people look just like you. When you start telling them this stuff young, listen, we gonna go, like mentally, we gonna excel like we've never excelled before. So that's the advantage that a lot of white kids have when they in school, because all the images that they are seeing are white images. Every theory that you're reading about in school, a white person came up with it. Somebody that looks like them. Every deep philosophy that we study in school, a white face is attached to it. Y'all don't think that that has any effect? Y'all don't think that that has any effect on the outcome of these kids' mentally? Y'all don't think that has any effect? Like, really? We ain't doing enough studying. We ain't doing enough studying at all. But I didn't have people argue. I didn't have people argue with that or argue with me about that. So that's how I know that this is something that needs to be addressed. People do not think that that's an association that needs to be made. Oh, we need to see more positive black faces, more positive black images. We need to see more black faces, period, in these textbooks. It's just a fact. We came up with all of this. But when you in school, it looks like we didn't come up with anything. Only half the time, only person they be mentioning half the time is George Washington Carver. That's about it. You know, and then of course when February hit, we start learning about Harriet Tubman, Dr. Martin Luther King, things like that. But when it comes to inventing things and coming up with these intricate theories, man, they don't associate a black face with that. And it's crazy because they even gonna tell you. I was in philosophy class in college, and they literally are telling you. They talking about Socrates, Plato. They literally tell you that they traveled to Egypt to go get this information. Whole while they not telling you what the Egyptians look like. That's crazy to me. So they like, yeah, they traveled to Egypt to go get the information. They traveled to the Egyptian mystery school. This is what's being taught. Well, then what the Egyptians look like. So if we gonna learn about these philosophers, Socrates, Plato, Aristotle. We learning about them. Y'all telling us where they got the information from, but we ain't learning nothing about the place where they got the information from and the people that populated the place where they got the information from. Literally, I'm in a class where they said they went to go get the information from Egypt, came back, teach it to their people. So I'm in a class like, so what's up with the Egyptians, where they got the information from? Who are they? Why are we not learning about them? Why are we learning about Socrates and Plato and Aristotle when they got their information from somebody else, and we not learning from the people that they got the information from? That's who I want to tap into. So I'm like, that was crazy. I sat literally in a college course. That's how the course went. They got their information from the Egyptian mystery school, brought it back to Greece, brought it back to the European, brought it back to the Greeks. Brought it back to the Romans. So I'm like, what about, so who did they get this information from? What those people look like? Now, I'm knowing the answer, but it's not being taught. And that was crazy to me. That was crazy to me. True Word Smith. Eric Smith, peace. What's happening? Peace to everybody that's just now tapping in. Guys, I'm telling, man, representation definitely matters. Definitely matters. And I couldn't believe I had that argument. I'm like, yo, what? I'm like, you don't think if these babies see black faces associated with these theories, with these concepts, with these inventions, that it won't have any type of effect on their outcome? Like the outcome of their intelligence? Like, seriously? We think it's cool for black children to go through an entire system and see white faces attached to everything that's good, black faces attached to only a struggle and stuff that's bad. Notice, when we see black faces most of the time, it's attached to a struggle. You know what I mean? Like, oh, fight for freedom, struggle. Like, that's when you see black faces associated with struggle. Like, nah, it was a period of time where we was on top of the world and we wasn't necessarily struggling to be on top. We wasn't struggling to be equal to some folks that we don't even want to be equal to. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a lot of times you see our images is struggle. Struggle, struggle, struggle. Struggle. Or a fight for equality, or a fight for equal rights. Like, we struggling. So it's associated with struggle. Like, nah, it was a period of time where we were not struggling. On top of the world, and we taught y'all everything. But again, we know they're not going to teach that. So that falls back on us, unfortunately. We have to teach that. You know, we have to instill those images in our children. Like I say, y'all see the people behind me. Y'all see it. Y'all see Khalid Muhammad, Tupac. Y'all see Fred Hampton. Y'all don't see no white Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't gonna, I'm not gonna have no white Jesus around me. Never. You know, Khalid Muhammad, Jesus to me. He died on the cross for my sins. Malcolm X was Jesus to me. Marcus Garvey was Jesus to me. These dudes died on the cross for, you know what I'm saying? They did that. They made the sacrifice. They made the sacrifice, and they made it not too long ago. You know what I'm saying? Fred Hampton. Again, these people, that's who I put up on the wall. That's who I put up on the wall. Those are the images that any kid that's around me, that's what they gonna see. They gonna see Khalid Muhammad. They gonna see Malcolm X. They gonna see Pac. They gonna see Fred Hampton. They gonna see Huey Newton. You know what I'm saying? They gonna see these images, man. They gonna see Steve Coakley. They gonna see Amos Wilson, Dr. Ben, John Henry Clark. They gonna see Asada. They gonna see Asada Shakur, man. They gonna see Angela Davis. They gonna see these folks. They gonna see him. Maya Angelou. They gonna see all. That's what the images. They gonna see Queen Nzinga. Like, I'm gonna bring up the old ones. I'm gonna bring up the old ones. Like, they gonna see all these images, man. That's what they gonna see. But y'all ain't gonna see no white Jesus. Talking about color don't matter. And I'm gonna hurt feelings. I'm gonna hurt some feelings with that. That's the one image that I can't stand the most. The image of the white Jesus in black churches, in black homes. I can't stand when I go into a black home and I see white Jesus. I can't stand that. And then that same black person tell me color don't matter. If it didn't matter, they wouldn't have painted Jesus white. If color didn't matter, the image of this, why is the image of the Jesus not orange, turquoise? It could be any color. If it didn't matter, that could have been any color. Stop playing with me. Could have been green. You know what I'm saying? Could have been red. Could have been any other color. If color didn't matter, he could have been any other color. But ironically, you got a white image. But you saying color don't matter, though. Stop playing with me. That don't even make it. If color don't matter to me, then I'm going to make something any color that I want. It's going to be a random color. That's what if color don't matter, that's what I'm going to do. All right, color don't matter. We're going to make this joint green. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to make it green. I'm going to make this image green because color don't matter. Oh, color don't matter. I'm going to make this joint gray. Color don't matter. If color don't matter, I'm going to pick a random color, not white. Like, color don't matter, but we're going to make them white, though. We're going to make them look like us, though. But we're going to tell them color doesn't matter. And they going to tell me that. So stop playing with me. So I'm going to go ahead and put some real representation up on the wall. Khalid Muhammad. We know he existed. You know what I'm saying? We know what he did. You know, Fred Hampton. Hey, we know what he did. We know how they set him up. We know how they feared him. They feared Fred Hampton to the point where they had to shoot this man while he was asleep. That's how much they feared that black man. We got to shoot this man while he is asleep. They feared this man, like Bobby Hutton, all of these, you know what I'm saying? They feared us, man. Those are the images that y'all gonna see around me. Come on now. That's what they need to see. But I go up in your crib, you got white Jesus, and you don't see nothing wrong with that. You don't see nothing wrong with it. You don't see nothing wrong with having a white Jesus, and then any type of picture of a devil is dark. It's black. You don't see nothing wrong with that. Hence why they had the doll test. Y'all know the doll test. It's infamous. Where the little black baby, she opts for the white doll over the black one. She comes out the womb with this type of programming. She ain't even able to speak, but she finna grab that white doll before she grabs the black one. Programming and conditioning. And this was years ago. So you know this is still happening. But y'all think it's cool to have this white Jesus, and then when you have a picture of any type of Satan devil, he's closer to your complexion. That's how they didn't got you. But you don't see nothing wrong with that. You don't feel like that has any impact on how you are living. Boy, you don't understand psychology. Boy, you don't understand the subconscious mind. Boy, you don't understand subliminal anything. You lack a lot of knowledge in that regards. Thunder, my brother, what's happening? True Wordsmith. I tell people all the time, when people talk about wanting to go back to Africa, and when people, man, I'm like, people don't understand how much of, how many African countries have been colonized. They just as bad off in Africa as we are here, fam. Seriously. Seriously. Boy, them Africans are just as brainwashed as we are here. Like, I don't know what people be thinking. They be thinking they gonna go to Africa and things gonna be different. They gonna be connected to their roots. Boy, them Africans been just as brainwashed as we have been. Boy, they just as colonized. True, it might be worse, for sure. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, for real, straight up. I done had conversations with some of these Africans, boy, and they be more white Jesus happy than the average black American. And it'd be weird. I'm like, yo, fam, hold up. Hold up. Hold up. We gonna have to redirect this conversation. But it's crazy. I done had them conversations, man. I done had them conversations like a mug. Boy, they brainwash bad, especially when it comes to religion in Africa. Man, it is. In certain portions of Africa, man, they got it bad. But they've been colonized as well. People think Africa is associated with just being connected to your roots instantly. Like, no. A lot of them are disconnected from who they really are. But people think, oh, because it's Africa that they not. Like, nah, a lot of them are disconnected from who they are, just like we are disconnected from who we are. And that's just a fact. That's just a fact. I done came across plenty of Africans. I have came across plenty of them. And what's even crazy is how they be arguing with you about it. Like, it's crazy how an African comes from a certain country in Africa and will straight argue with you about a religion that was literally given to him. Literally, bro, it's straight crazy. It's crazy. It is legitimately crazy. I didn't been there, done that. And half the time, sometimes I don't waste time. I used to waste time with a colonized mind, but I don't really do that anymore. Like I said, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. I ain't a teacher for a lot of folks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got time for that. I ain't finna argue with you about that, because that's some obvious stuff to me. That stuff is like common sense now. Like, certain things, I don't even waste my time arguing because it's commonsensical. I'm not finna argue with you about no white Jesus. I'm not about to argue with you about color not mattering. It does. I'm not gonna argue. It's just not an argument. You got that white Jesus in your house for a reason. I'm not arguing that. I'm not about to argue with you about that. If it didn't matter, that dog, for one, you wouldn't have that white image in there. If it don't matter, why can't I make it black? Y'all only have a problem when we start saying people are black. That's when y'all have a problem. Because if it didn't matter, I'm gonna make it my color. If something don't matter, fam, I'm trying to. If color doesn't matter, well, I'm gonna make it brown. I'm gonna make it my color. I'm gonna make it brown. Brown gonna look like locks if it don't matter. Subconsciously, we know this stuff matters. When people send emojis, right? I'm gonna just give y'all a little small example. When we be sending emojis on the phone, when y'all send the muscle, you know what I'm saying? Y'all go send the brown muscle. Y'all go send the black muscle. Y'all don't go send the white muscle. Y'all don't do that. Y'all go send the black muscle. Y'all sending that emoji, we gonna send the black muscle because again, it matters. I'm gonna send you the black emoji or the black muscle emoji because I ain't white. I'm not gonna send you the white arm. We do this all the time, little small stuff like that, y'all. It matters. Trust me, it does. It does. Dean for sure. And it's hard. Antonio, my brother, peace. What's happening? But the colonization is real. You know, in this book that I posted, Chains and Images of Psychological Slavery, I'm trying to tell y'all, man, it's deep, man. It's deep. In this book, man, it just broke down just a little that I've read so far. You know, I've read a lot of Naeem Akbar books. Got a few of them joints. And his book's short to the point all the time. But, man, this book, it breaks down some things like I talked about work. And I thought about it. You know, and it was right and exact. It's common sense, but it's like when you read something, it just sparks it. Like, dang, I ain't really trip off of that like that. But we the only group of people in here that have been enslaved to the point where we view work as slavery. We going into the plantation. You don't hear any other group refer to work like that. Now, again, people might misunderstand what I'm saying and say, oh, we still like saying that I'm saying that we don't work. We don't like to work. A lot of us don't. But that's not what that's saying. It's saying our perception towards work. Literally, we view it as slavery. You know what I'm saying? We view it, man, you know how many times black people jokingly say, yeah, I'm going to the plantation. And we ain't even tripping off what we saying. You know, you going to your corporate job, like, yeah, I'm going to the plantation. I'm going to the plantation. I'm slaving at the job. Like, man, we joke like that. No other group really be joking like that. And we don't understand how that affects us, man. We literally do not understand how that affects us. We don't understand how slavery impacted our perception and perspective towards work in general, which is another reason why we don't own a lot and we not doing for ourselves a lot. That's another reason, man. We too attached to the so-called slave master. We too attached to them. Again, Stockholm syndrome. We feel like we need them in order to get work. That's an association. If it wasn't like that, then we would own a lot more. We would be doing for ourselves a lot more. We don't own enough of this country for me to be saying things have changed. We don't own enough, man. We don't own enough of this country for me to be saying, things done got better, things done changed. We don't own enough. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to say that. You know, we comfortable. We like, all right, man, I'm going to go clock in for the white man. Like this is literally, I'm telling y'all what some older black men had told me. You know, you go get that white man your 40 hours and get your paycheck every week or every 2 weeks. Like that's what you do. And if you got something that you like to do it on the side. That's the game that was given to me. The game was never, if you like to do something, find a way to do it full time, work for the white folks part time. That wasn't the game. The game was go give these white folks 40 hours a week. Give them most of your time. Then the things that you like to do it on the weekend. That's what they told me. That's backwards. That's backwards. I'm going to do that in reverse. Find something that you love to do. Focus on that 40 hours a week. Find a way to earn a living doing that for yourself 40 hours a week. And if you want to take on a job, do that on the weekend. Give them 15, 20 hours. But instead, we giving our passions, we giving stuff that we love 15, 20 hours. And then by the time the weekend hit, because let's be real, there are not many jobs out here where you could just work 40 hours a week and you be good. Like, nah, the way the world is now, one job ain't cutting it. So we got several hustles going on, you know, and most of us, unfortunately, we got several jobs in corporate America. So we giving them all that time. So by the time we have a slight amount of time to do something for ourselves, we too damn tired. By the time you have time to sit down and work on this website, work on this clothing brand, work on this book, work on this YouTube, man, you too tired. You press for time, so you rushing everything. You don't have time to master that craft because you done gave them 80 hours a week, 120 hours a week just to keep your lights on. That's backwards, man. That's backwards. That's backwards, man. And again, in this book, he talks about that. He talks about how slavery impacted the way we view key things like work, owning property. Like we don't even think we worthy of owning property. A lot of us collectively, you know what I'm saying, because of what happened to us back in the day. Again, and all you gotta do is look at society. How much do we own? How much do we own? If I'm lying, why is that number so low? If dude is lying in this book, why is the number so low? Why is our ownership number so low? We don't own enough, man. It's a reason for that. Telling y'all, man, go tap into your average black person. They not confident. They don't even think. I'm telling you, know how many skilled black people I know. You know how many black people I know that can cook, that can make clothes, that can do all type of stuff. And you be like, man, why are you not doing this for yourself? They not confident, fam. They not confident. All these black folks around here that like to cook, and we not dominating the restaurant industry. All these black folks that got all these secret soul food recipes that been passed down generation for generation, and we not dominating the restaurant industry. We ain't dominating that. And black women, don't get me started on hair care products and things like that. And we not dominating that industry. Y'all not dominating that. Are you serious? Black men, the physical specimens that we are, and we not dominating the fitness industries. We don't own all these large gym chains. That ain't us. Man, come on. Like, are you serious? Are you serious? We not dominate these industries. That makes zero sense. It makes zero sense. It makes zero sense. Other ethnic groups we let Arabs come over here and have all the beauty supply stores. Arabs? These dudes know absolutely nothing about your hair. They know absolutely nothing about your hair, yet they are dominating that industry. I worked at the bank. They coming in there. These Arabs owning all the beauty supply stores. What? Where the black people at? Where y'all at? Why are we not dominating that industry? What? Like, that's our industry. That's us. They are selling it to you. You are spending most of your money with them. Why not? Y'all see how lucrative it is? These other cultures are dominating these industries and they earning a living. They able to take care of their family. Why you don't think you can do it? W. Atkins, peace, what's happening? Montel, 100%. If something was 100% black owned, I wouldn't have any problem giving them my time at all. I've already given a lot of my time to these white folks and these corporations. I wouldn't mind giving it to a black owned, a legitimate black owned. But you got something. You got to, again, all skin folk ain't your kin folk. So it's like some of these black business owners be like a black cop that's out with something to prove. Sometimes being pulled over by the black cop is worse than being pulled over by the white cop. So some of these black businesses and corporations, you got to watch them. You know what I'm saying? Because some of them are too friendly with the white folks. They didn't emulate these white folks too much to where they got the snakish ways and you can't necessarily trust them. They acting just like the white corporations. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got time for that. Just like being pulled over by that black cop, they got something to prove because he trying to impress these white folks. You got some of these black dudes that's in business and they trying to impress these white folks, trying to prove that they can be on the same level as these white folks. I ain't on that. I'm not trying to be on the same level as white folks. I am surpassing them. That is not my standard to try to be equal to white folks. No, my ancestors were not equal to these white folks. We taught them everything. They surpassed them. We taught them civilization. So why would I strive to be equal? No, I'm going to surpass you. I'm not trying to prove anything to you. I'm not trying to impress you. But you got a lot of brothers and sisters out here that be having businesses and that's what they be on. I ain't working for that. I ain't working for that at all. So again, just because you black and got a black business, that don't necessarily mean you about to get my stamp of approval. And that don't mean I'm about to be happy to work for you. Nah, if you one of them Sambos, if you one of them, I'm good. I'm good. I'm cool on that. I ain't about to give you all my time and energy, and I'm not about to give you my money neither. You know, I'm dealing with the genuine black folk that got businesses and things like that. Nah, not the one. No, not the ones that's trying to be too close to Whitey, trying to emulate Whitey, like trying to impress Whitey. Nope, I'm good. That ain't how I'm operating. Oh, God is for sure. And that's what I told people. You know, I said if we was in the same positions, that's why I'm never mad at white folks for hiring their own people. I ain't never mad. Because if we had these corporations, and if I came across two candidates, one candidate looks like me, the other candidate is white, he's more qualified, but this one I rock with because they look, man, I'm gonna get the person that I can rock with the most. You know what I mean? That's just how the game go. You know, that's just what it is. That's just what it is. But at the same time, man, I'm not finna be dealing with no corrupt black person either. You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna be dealing with that. Like you not about to be on some nonsense with me because you trying to impress these white folks. Like, nah, I ain't got time for that. No, like I ain't about to be giving you my blood, sweat, and tears when you on that type of vibe. You know, you mimicking them too much to the point where now you corrupted. You acting just like them. Nah, I'm good. You know, so it is what it is in that regard. But hey, 100%. Like I'm gonna hire people that look like me first and foremost, even if they less qualified. That's just how it is. That's how the game go. You know, that's how the game go for sure. When our children need experience for jobs, they got to go beg other people for that experience. See, if we create better conditions and environments for them, we can give them the experience that they gonna need. We can give them their first job instead of them having to go beg these folks for a job. Like, oh man, my son needs some money, man. He got to go find a job, so he got to go beg these white folks. Well, nah, if I got a family business, he ain't got to do nothing. We gonna work in this family business, and we gonna show you how to make this money. We gonna show you how to build a business. We gonna give you every tool that you need. So therefore, when you do go out on your own, you already got the tools, and you learn them tools from me. You learn those tools from running a family business. You know, that's what these other ethnic groups do. You know, they take care of their own. They take care of their kids. Look, their kids get the experience they need from the family business, from the neighborhood business. They put each other on. That's what you got to do. That's what we got to do. Like, all right, man, my son needs some, you know what I'm saying? He needs some experience. All right, I know sister such and such that's got a shop that resembles the work that he's trying to do. I'm gonna toss him your way. Boom. And you got a son, he want to be a trainer. He needs some experience. Boom, you toss him my way. That's how this supposed to work. I teach him the game. It take a village. Instead of you trying to ship him off to these commercial gyms and he got to follow all these trash rules and whatnot. Nah, like, nah, all right. Hey, brother E, you know what I'm saying? He got a gym. He's a certified trainer. I'm going to send you over his way. You can learn everything you need to learn from him. Then you go branch off and do your own thing. It's an apprenticeship, man. You know, we got to go back to that. It's an apprenticeship. All right, you going to study underneath me. You going to study underneath me. I'm going to teach you the game. I'm going to give you all the tools. And then, boom, now you go do your own thing. You going to open up your own gym. Before you know it, we done took over the fitness industry. I done taught all these young brothers how to get certified and how to train folks. And they opening up gyms. Before you know it, you got all these small black owned gyms. That's how it's supposed to go. Doris Garden, peace. What's happening? W. Atkins, appreciate that donation for sure. Oh, man, this is the easiest time to start a business. 100% facts. 100% facts. Like, it's lit. And we ain't even, like, back in the day, you couldn't start an internet business. Or at least it was more complicated, to have a home-based business. Now, man, you can literally generate money. All you need is a phone or a laptop or something, and you can make a lot of money without you having to have a building, without you having to pay any type of rent. Man, you could make a ton of money by simply having a phone or a laptop. Come on, man. Why are we not taking advantage of this? For real, man. There's so many different ways to generate some revenue. It's crazy. I know you got something that you're passionate about. I know you got something that you're interested in. I know you got something that you're good at. Why are you not capitalizing off of that? For the life of me, I don't understand that. Why are you not capitalizing? I don't want to hear anything about something being too hard. I don't want to hear that. Sometimes it's not about you at this point, man. It's about the legacy. It's about leaving something. Man, I saw something in this book, The Well-Made Man. Boom, A Well-Made Man. Shout out to Nuri Muhammad. Shout out to the Nation of Islam. But in this book, it gave you a stone cold truth. It said a well-made man is a part of one of the qualities of a well-made man is to leave businesses for your children, for them to inherit. Leave businesses, leave wealth, things like that for your children to inherit. One of the qualities of a well-made man, you have got to leave something for them children to inherit. If like you ain't a man if you're not striving to do that. You ain't a man if you're not striving to leave something for your children to inherit. I'm talking businesses, I'm talking wealth, things like that. If you're not doing that, if you're not striving to do that, you're not living like a man. You should be striving to leave something behind for these children, man. Leave that business. You can pass that down. They can sell the bit. If they don't want to work in the bit, they can sell it. You know what I'm saying? They can sell that. They don't have to work in the business, but you left it behind. That business worth money. You can sell that. But again, man, a man, part of his responsibility is to make sure his kids are good when he's gone. Doris Gordon, 100%. Oh, yeah, definitely applies to women, for sure. You know, we all should be striving to do that, you know, but definitely, you know what I'm saying? We got to get on that grind, man. You got to have something, man. All right. You got to have something that transcends you. So when you are not here, you are still here. That's what you got to have. You know, you have got to have something that, all right, when you go, it's still positively impacting your children. From knowledge, you know, giving them game to like products that still in motion. You know what I'm saying? That's still generating sales while you're gone, and it's going right to the kids. Like, this is the type of stuff that you have to do to make their lives easier. Life insurance, some simple like that we don't be getting. Like these simple things, man, set them up. Set them up. Clock's in, let's get it, man. I'm gonna place my order as soon as I get off this joint, for sure. 100%. I'm gonna go ahead and tap in, man. I'm gonna tap in right when I get off. I'm gonna order that joint for sure. I'm gonna order that joint when I get it. I'm gonna post that mug for sure. I got you, Clocks in, my brother. Once it arrives, man, y'all know how Amazon do it. Once it arrives, I got you. I'm gonna post that joint. But yeah, man, we striving to leave something, and it ain't even got to be your physical kids. It's just for the younger generation, period. Or our ancestors, man, hieroglyphs. You know? We leaving writings on the wall, letting y'all know what's gonna happen in the future. You know what I'm saying? Letting y'all know what happened while we was here. Letting y'all know who to look out for. You know, that's part, man. We looking out for the youth. It ain't just gotta be your, you know what I'm saying, your physical kids, your biological kids. Now we looking out for the youth in general. You know, I'm gonna write some books, and those books, man, you can read them while I'm gone, and them books gonna give you some information. It's gonna let you know what was going on, who was behind what was going on. It's gonna let you know what to do to protect yourself. Straight up. Like, straight up, man. Stop playing with us, man. Like, that's what you got to do. Leave something behind. Doris Gordon, man, for sure. I'm about to be, like I said, I'm about to be in book writing mode for a minute. I'm about to start putting out a lot of books. I'm gonna hit y'all, like, it's gonna come out of nowhere, honestly. But y'all threw me for a loop, you know what I'm saying? When I did that poll about what type of book y'all wanted me to write, it ain't go how I thought it was gonna go. But it's cool though. You know what I'm saying? That it actually showed me, man, y'all respect my outlook on a lot of different topics, man, because it was like close. Like, y'all was voting for everything. You know, so I was like, hold on. Cause I got all those topics that I mentioned, I got some for all of those. So I was trying to see, I'm like, man, what the people want? You know, because we fool with the people. You know, it was kind of close. Like, it wasn't no definitive leader, man. But I think the philosophy joint had won. The good thing about the philosophy joint, I can mix kind of everything in that, man. But I got several books that I'm working on, though. And I'm gonna strive to have them complete by the end of the year for sure. Outcast for sure. That was actually, I'm not gonna even lie to you, I was actually surprised that the business book received that many that many votes. Like, I was kind of surprised. What's crazy is, the funny part about a business book is those are the 2 degrees that I have. Like, that's crazy. Like, people really don't even be knowing that. Like, I'm probably more qualified to talk about business, especially marketing. Like, literally, business management and marketing are the 2 degrees that I have. I'm probably more qualified to talk about that than anything, which is weird, but that's crazy. I wasn't expecting that to receive the amount of votes that it did, which is cool though, because we need that information. Not even gonna lie to you. You know, we need that because I worked in banking and all of that. You know, our financial literacy is ridiculously low. You know, we are not, when it comes to business, we lack a lot of knowledge. A lot of knowledge. And a lot of us, we have a lot of fear when it comes to like running businesses, starting businesses. Stuff really ain't as bad as y'all think. It's definitely not as hard as y'all think. Like, it's not as hard as at all. Like, I can promise y'all it's not as hard. You know, again, partially because I have marketing degree. Not like, I don't really care about the degree, but I actually took marketing serious when I was in school for it. You know, I actually was reading a lot of marketing books just outside of books that they gave us. You know, those little dry textbooks don't be teaching you nothing. So I started ordering a lot of books. You know, shout out to Nip. You know, Nip gave me my favorite one, Contagious, Jonah Berger. You know, that's a great marketing book. The reason why he came out with his Crenshaw mixtape and made it $100, yet you could download the joint for free. He got it from that book, Contagious. You know, that's a powerful marketing book. So if you in business and you need a marketing book, get that book by Jonah Berger, Contagious. Book got a lot of jewels in it. And it's real easy and simple read. But man, I didn't have my gym up and running for 2 years, man, and I stayed with a decent clientele. It's not hard. It's not hard as you think. If you got a service that people need, you ain't gonna be out of business, man. If you don't have enough clients on you, that means you don't want it bad enough. That's all that it is. All you gotta do, listen, I'm gonna give y'all simple keys right here. If you have something, if you have a business idea in your mind right now, if you have something that you're good at, that you are considering turning into a business, all you need to do, I ain't gonna say all you need to do, but obviously master that craft, but just make sure you also study marketing. You understand the basics of marketing, and you have this craft, something that you are good at, you passionate about, you're not gonna fail, fam. But you gotta know how to, you gotta learn some marketing. Gotta learn some marketing. You gotta understand marketing. You gotta understand how this thing works. You gotta understand why people do what they do. You gotta understand that consumer behavior. You gotta understand these things. If you don't understand these things, if you think you do, I'm telling you, you have no idea. This stuff is deeper than you think. You know, you're gonna start tapping into what type of, like, what color should you know what I'm saying, should your product be? So you're gonna get into certain scents. Like, you're gonna get into all of this. Product placement, if you put your joint in the store, you're gonna get into all of that. Like, all of this stuff matters. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna start getting into that type of studying. So it's important to just study marketing. So you got your craft, but you got to make sure you know a little bit about marketing. You know a little bit about marketing, I'm telling you, you good. You good. But you got to know marketing, man. If that ain't your thing, hire somebody. You got plenty of marketing firms out here, marketing consultants, things like that. I was actually considering doing that. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I had 2 options. I was leaving corporate America by any means because I couldn't take it anymore. It was causing my blood pressure to be high. You know what I'm saying? It was taking me out the game. I ain't had time for that. Causing my health to decline. I was either gonna do what I'm doing now, which is the gym, or I was gonna start a marketing, like a consulting company. Like, straight up. Though that was my second option. If I wouldn't have been doing what I'm doing now as far as training, like, I was gonna have a marketing company for sure, 100%. You know, because I feel like marketing is that important. Because if you listen, you have a lot of people that have mediocre products, but they have great marketing. And you have a lot of people with great products, but they don't know anything about marketing. So they don't hit the sales that they would like to hit, that they should hit, because they're not understanding marketing. You know, so again, don't be that person. If you got a product and that product is right and exact, man, I'm trying to tell you, tap in. Tap in with somebody that's knowledgeable in regards to marketing. If you don't want to do the work yourself. If you just want to focus on your product, go find you a black brother, black sister that knows something about marketing and invest. That's going to be the best investment that you make. Doors Garden for sure. You know, I use it. You know what I'm saying? We trying to get the beard coming in. It's coming. I ain't never been able to grow one. So bear with me. You know, I know it looks a little rough out here, but you know what I'm saying? We trying to grow the beard out. And shout out to Dora, man. I got her oil. Been using that joint. Almost out. I need to re-up though. You know, but y'all gotta bear with me, man. It's beard season. I'm trying to grow a beard for the first time. I ain't never been able to pull that off, ever. I done been able to grow my hair like this, but I ain't never been able to grow a beard, man. So that's what I'm on. And shout out to Dora, man. I got the oil. About out of it though. Running low. Running low for sure. Clocks in for sure. Listen, it ain't even, I'm gonna give y'all, listen, I'm about to take over the book market. Like, I'm about to, like, seriously, man, I got a lot of stuff that I'm working on, a lot of ideas, and I'm about to put them all into motion. Like, I'm about to hibernate from social media. I'm gonna still be dropping my videos on here, but I'm serious. I'm about to hibernate from like Facebook, Instagram, all that, man, because the gym, that's good. Word of mouth, I'm out here. I ain't worried about none of that. So I'm about to hibernate from that now. I'm about to lock in on books, man. I'm about to put out book after book after book. I'm about to set a record. I'm gonna set a record, man. That's one of my goals in life, to have the most self-published books. I'm gonna take over that market, man. Just y'all heard it here first. So be on the lookout, man. I'm gonna tear up the game with these books, man. Like 100%. It's about to go down. Just be on the lookout though, man. Once I drop that first one, it's a wrap from there. Well, not the first one. Y'all know I already got a book out. But once I drop this next one, it's gonna be a wrap. Because that's really truly my passion. It's like writing, you know, writing books. That's like my true passion, reading and writing. Like I rather write than talk, all of that. I love writing, you know what I mean? So I'd rather do that than anything. So I'm gonna show y'all how to do it. You know, I'm gonna speak it into motion. You know, I'm gonna show y'all how to earn a living via your passion. I mean, I'm semi doing it now, you know, but I'm really about to turn up on the books though. We about to have the whole world with these books. You know what I'm saying? We about to take over that market. We gonna take it over. Dean, let's get it. You will. I like how you said you will build it. You know what I'm saying? Because we know that's happening. You know, that's how we speak it. We speak it into existence. We already know we gonna do it. It's already done. Matter of fact, it's already done, Dean. You already built it. You built it in your mind, so it's already built. Like that's how it is. That's how you manifest. It's already done. Once you build it in your mind, it's already built. So it ain't even something that you will do. It's already done. You didn't already built it. So the goal that you have for yourself is not something that you will do. It's already done because you done painted the image in your mind. So it's already accomplished. You done already did it. You done visualized it in the mind. So it is already done. You've already did what you done already did. You done already accomplished the goal. It's that simple. It's already done. It is already done. That's how I get down. You know, that's the type of energy that I roll with. It's already accomplished, man. I painted the image in my mind. Boom, we good. It's done already. It's done. We just waiting on it to be revealed to the people. Because I done already did it. Now we just waiting on it to be revealed to the people. We waiting on a release date. You know, we gonna have a release date for it. It's like an artist with an album. The album already done. Now we just working on a release date. But the album been done. You know, so the release date of the album is not when the album has been completed. The album has been done. You know, we just trying to figure out the perfect release date. That's it. That's it. You didn't already painted the image in your mind. So now it's just the release date. When is it gonna come out now? When we gonna release it to the public? That's it. That's how I go. Just figuring out your release date. That's it. Like I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna drop it this date. That's what I'm gonna do. That's when that's gonna drop. It's already done though, but I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna drop it 2 years from now. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drop it a year from now. I'm gonna drop it next week. Like that's how we operate. But y'all, man, with that being said, man, I gotta make a move. Of course, I done went over the time. I thought I only had 45. I didn't realize what time it really was. You know, I had a little hour, I guess. But man, I appreciate y'all tapping in, man. Appreciate the donations, all the comments, all the love. I don't even remember the last time I streamed, and I've been just doing some uploads. But I'm gonna be in that mode a little heavy, man, because like I said, man, I'm in study mode. I'm researching, I'm tapping in, trying to write these books. So if I ain't going live as much as I used to, that's what I'm doing. I'm working on some books. I'm trying to put these books out. Trying to put these books out. Books. Like, that's the name of the game. That's what I'm focused on for these next few years, man. So I'm doing a lot of research, tapping into a lot of knowledge. So I'm gonna still get on here from time to time and chop it up with y'all, go live. But I gotta do them shorter uploads now, man, because hey, I need that study time. But y'all know what it is, man. Y'all understand. And I appreciate y'all for being understanding. But I'm out, man. I'm gonna let y'all enjoy the rest of the Wednesday, man. I got some more people to train. Be on the lookout for some shorter uploads, man. I'm gonna put out some probably tomorrow. Try to put out maybe 2 or something tomorrow. And then probably Friday, I might try to tap in with y'all again. Go live before the month is over with. So be on the lookout, man. But I'm out. Appreciate y'all. Peace.